Greetings, 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 Nerd Herd family. Hope all is well. Please accept my apology for my tardiness. Baby and Private Summers is hitting today. You know, it's hot everywhere in the world, but it is extremely hot when the heat exists inside of your body. But I digress. Welcome to the Dopest Nerd. Shout out to the Nerd Herd. Shout out to the dopest mod in the land, Locked Hair Don't Care, aka West in Peace. Your girl started her own channel. Guys, make sure you are in there like swimwear to be a blessing to your sister and follow. Everybody go like, share, subscribe to West in Peace. You see on Locke's profile, she changed her name. That is your girl Locked. She has her own channel now. I want everybody to go follow her. She's out here doing good things and fighting the good fight. I want to say welcome to For Show TV and our brother Sonny Williams. I appreciate them both for being here, guys. We have a wonderful discussion to have tonight. Shout out to LA Chic, shout out to Loretta Linares, Kiki Eyes, and all of the guys that's jumping. Everybody in the Nerd Herd family that are jumping in right now. Shout out to the nosebleed seats, the neurodivergence, and those in the bushes. And those of you who are on your couch luxuriating or in your bed luxuriating and watching us on your TV. You know what I always say, just be sure to go in and throw up the like to let the algorithm know we're doing something and to help grow the channel. You guys are nerd. Y'all can see me sweating. Listen, this might be a sweaty episode, baby, because the Private Summer is hitting out of nowhere. When I was about to come on, when I tell you that hot flash hit me, I was like, what's going on? Is the heat on? Ridiculous. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me drop the link in the chat right now for our esteemed guests. I want to really shout out to this brother, Dominique from For Show TV. When I tell you he was so gracious, your girl Locked, aka West in Peace, went over to For Show TV and engaged with the guys, told them my story, played the video or provided the video for them to play. And they were so gracious to not only welcome her onto the screen, but to play the video. One moment, guys. And to have that discussion. And then I went on the following day, which again, I was so eternally grateful to them. They did not have to do it. And this is what cooperative economics and cooperative work looks like in YouTube. We're not each other's enemies. We are all branches of a same tree doing the good work as we're supposed to be and helping the cause and pushing further the cause of righting the wrongs, societal ills, and things of that nature. So you guys know how I feel about that. I don't have a problem consorting. Y'all gonna see about a lot of forehead dabbing and neck wiping today. I am so sorry. But baby, this is what 55 look like. You're 55 and fly, and that heat rises up in you. And this is what it looks like. Everybody be sure to go and follow your girl West in Peace, aka Locked Hair Don't Care, aka the dopest mod in the land. Show us some love on her channel. She is out here fighting the good fight, bringing attention to our plight as well as other plights. And when I tell you, I love Locked. She is out here fighting that good fight, baby. When you got a Locked in your corner, you locked in. So everybody lock in. Go make sure you follow West in Peace, and let's do this thing. I dropped the link in the chat for our brother For Show TV to pop on and for our brother Sonny Williams to come in when he arrives. And I cannot wait. Carrie Ann said, yep, I'll be sweating with you. Girl, you know what it is. Youngins, this is what you got to look forward to. You're going to look fly in your elder age. There's a lady on social media. You guys have probably seen her. She is a president of the We Don't Care Club. Baby, that's what 50 looks like. That's what the menopause community looks like. We don't care. We don't care if we stub our finger and one of our nails is missing. We don't care. We get to it when we get to it. It ain't that serious. All the things that when I was younger, I wouldn't exist with a nail missing. Child, we don't care. Because at sometimes you got to take a stand on really what's the most important in life. And there are a lot of things when we're young that we think are so important. Look, I had to put a ponytail in the back, honey, because having this hair on my neck and the myth that black women don't grow their hair. Hair can't grow. I mean, you see with all the locks and the twists and everything, our hair grows exponentially. And really, I interlock my hair, so it's really 4 times the length that you can see because it's interlocked. And we do a four-way loop, so that I feel a sweat on my brow. I got some tea for y'all, also, honey. I really do. Your girl, you know what do I always talk about? God said those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. God has opened my eyes to see something that was right before our eyes that we didn't even notice. And child, when I tell you, it is. Now here's the thing. Locked, go ahead and put that disclaimer on the scene, girl. This is all opinion and belief, but I'm almost certain of it. I can say for YouTube guidelines, this is opinion upon my opinion and belief as protected by the First Amendment right, United States Constitution. I'm certain of it. I said, that looks strange. And I've seen it done over and over again. But on this particular day, it stood out so much that I said, wait a minute. Are we seeing a thing right before our eyes? Kat said, hey, Natanya. Always a sigh of relief to see and hear you, Queen. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Rest in peace. Just subscribe to your channel for Sean Matthews. There you go. Kat said again, we officially hit 100 degrees in New York today. He's disrespectful, more disrespectful. And then imagine when it's 100 outside and then it's 105 inside. Woo-hoo! My goodness, God has a sense of humor. But it is only. Shout out to my girl, Keisha. What's the dilly, Keisha? Keisha said, hello, Tanya Nerd Herd and chat. Hey, we got somebody tapping in. What's up, my brother for Show TV? I'm so excited to see you here. I'm going to drop the link in the chat again for our brother, Sonny Williams, for him to whenever he joins. You have the link. You have the link locked. Hold on one second. My apologies. Guys, 1 second. Let me put my glasses on. Y'all see me squinting here. It's this heat, child. I can't get right. Ooh, this hot flash is disrespectful. This hot flash is disrespectful. Let me put this disclaimer up. The views expressed on the Dopest Nerd channel are based on opinion and belief and protected by the First Amendment right as stated in the United States Constitution. Now that we got that out the way, I would like to put the stage in the YouTube streets, another content creator who is doing magnificent things, and you all go follow for Show TV. Okay, the Hackation is on again. Okay, hold on now. Hackation won't take the disclaimer off the screen. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring my brother up for Show TV. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to this amazing young man. He thought it not robbery to have myself and Locked on his show. He gave us love when it doesn't look like there's so much love in the YouTube streets, and I want to welcome him and thank him.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Anytime.
How's your day been going today?
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Introduce yourself to the Nerd Herd.
Yeah, I had an interview stolen from me, so today it was confirmed on Cam Capone News that the interview was stolen from me. But
wow.
So yeah, I did an interview with 607 Unc and Big Homie CC, and 607 Unc. I paid him for the interview, and 607 Unc stole the interview and posted it on his channel with viral.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Listen, first and foremost, let me give you my condolences for that, because it is grimy in these YouTube streets. I've come to learn it is extremely grimy in these YouTube streets. And it's unfortunate, but I'm going to tell you something about that. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because, baby, there is nothing in this world. What I've learned in my 55 years is that you will get away with nothing in this world. When you do dirt, you're going to get dirt.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't get away with anything. So while they feel like they may have stolen your moment, it's because the setback, that was a setback because you got to set up for a comeback. And you're going to come back bigger than ever. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate it.
So people. My day's going good. A little hot. this, this heat. And my doggy's not feeling so well. I have a dog. We call him the dopest dog. He is not feeling so well right now. And it's one thing when your kids don't feel well, but when your pet doesn't feel well, he can't tell you what's wrong. So it's like
Mhm.
a series of trying to figure it out and nurse him. And,
Mhm.
that's unfortunate. Tell me a little about what you talked about in that interview.
Which one?
The interview that was stolen from you. Did you get to have the interview or he?
Oh yeah, it was paid for. It was done.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
completed. So what he did was we were supposed to do a live stream, and he
Mhm,
told me he was like it would be better if I recorded it, and he was like he
mhm,
was gonna have his people do it. So once I sent over my recordings, my voice recordings, he ended
mhm.
up saying now I got to pay for the editor. I'm like, well, I have my own editor. I could have did that myself. So then he ended up dropping it on his page. So I ended up dropping it, and then he ended up trying to flag me. So I ended up had to take it down, and it was just a long story.
Did you
But
put a fair use on it? Put fair use and put reaction in the title, and then you can put it back up.
yeah, it's
Fair
up
use is
again.
the copyright.
It's up on
Uh,
my channel. It's up on my channel now, but it's like it lost so traction because I had stopped it in the middle of the stream when it was almost 100 some people in there. So it was like it was just a whole loss. But really, it was a great learning experience though. I
but guess
lost
what
some
it
money,
did? It
but I
also
learned a
put
lot
you.
though.
But guess what it did? It put you on the radar of a whole bunch of people to know that you out here doing things. I'm telling you, it's going to. You're gonna come back better. I'm telling you. Listen, I didn't have
Yeah,
an interview stolen from me, but I had a lot of shady stuff in this YouTube blogosphere done to me. I like I say, I was presently under a what do you want to call it? Almost like a blackout.
mm,
People try to, oh, the dope is who? We don't know her. After, like basically with Mariah Carey, when anybody asks Mariah Carey about Jennifer Lopez and she says, I don't know her, they try to give me shade. But you're going to come back better. I promise you. I promise you. What they do
thank
in
you,
the dark, God is going to make what they use for evil and do in the dark, He's going to bring it back and bring it for your good. So don't even stress it. Don't worry about a thing.
thank you, thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. Let me see what's going on in the TV. You guys make sure y'all go over and hit up for Show TV, throw a like,
Thank
and tell him that you're from the Dopest Nerd so that he knows.
you. Yeah, appreciate it. And I just want to say something. See, Monday through Saturday, we have great conversations like this. We laugh and we joke and we have serious conversations. But on Sunday, we got church. And it's
Hey,
not church, it's called church
I
because
hear
there's
that.
no R in it. There's no R in the church because
Mm-hmm.
there's no right in this church. This church is all comedy and it's not God, Jesus, nobody in the Bible comes up. It's all comedy. So we're
Okay.
pastors, we crooked pastors, we talk about getting money. But we
Okay.
never one time disrespect God. So
Of
if you
course.
do watch it with open ears and ready to laugh because
Now
it's
y'all hear
all
that? Open ears. So don't come back over here and talk about what kind of stuff was over. You hear?
it's comedy. You won't hear God come up. You won't hear Jesus come up. We won't disrespect nothing. The closest thing that you will hear is say you have to pay to pray.
There you go.
That's it.
And that's true in the daylight and as well. That's true on Monday through Saturday as well. You do got to pay to pray. Like that's just what it is. There's a
Yep.
price to pay for everything. It might not be, literally dollars and coins, but there's a price for everything.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. You're right. Right.
I'm excited about our brother Sonny coming on as well,
Yes. Yes.
because I would really love to talk about the unbelievable parallels between his family's case and my case. There are a lot of parallels. And I have to shout out to you guys. It is because of this man that we have access to Mr. Sonny Williams. When I was on his channel, he literally said to me, wow, are you the woman? I was interviewing Sonny Williams. He said, are you familiar with Sonny Williams? And the name was in my mental register, but I couldn't place it at the time. And he said, look at this full circle moment. I was sitting on my platform interviewing him. We were talking about you. And that's how God works. That's what he do. He
Yeah.
is full
Yep.
circle like that. And it's
Yep.
high time for this discussion to be had You know,
And see, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
no,
off.
no, by all
See,
means, jump in when you want.
the thing that was so shocking to me because I really didn't hear you heard about it, but every time they ever showed you, they always showed you with the bandage on your face.
Mhm.
So that was my first time seeing you without the bandage, so I didn't know what you looked like.
Oh,
Because every time they ever
how am
showed,
I doing? How am I doing?
oh, you good, you good. So I didn't know because every time they always showed you with the bandage on your face.
Yeah.
So I never knew what you looked like.
Mhm.
So I was like, when you
You
said, I was
know,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, all right, okay,
And all. But
yeah,
no, listen, first and foremost, I do appreciate the fact that anybody takes the time to discuss my situation and talk about me because this is real life. You know, people are building their careers right now on this case. People are building their channels on this case. People are this is what they call a once in a lifetime. People are using this to build their financial empire, grow their platform, all of that off of this case. It doesn't make sense that you have the audacity to disregard actual victim survivors. It
right,
doesn't make sense. It's all relevant. You don't
right,
pick and choose which survivors you want to give attention to or what facets of the story because it all goes hand in hand. And, I had somebody come on my channel who, listen, anybody can partake in this. This doesn't have an age limit. But what I do expect is for people who are younger and were not around at that time or don't know the tenets of the case to listen rather than to jump in and be all presumptuous. Because I had a guy who was 9 years old when I got shot, and he's on here telling me, "Oh, you on a power trip? You want people to sweat you and acknowledge you and pay it to?" Excuse me. Had he not gotten away with shooting me in my face, you wouldn't be here. There would be no trial going on. I had someone else come into my chat. I saw it last night on a comment. She said, "Oh my God, I am just seeing this for the first time." And it was when I was on News Nation, and I broke down prior to him ever getting raided, prior to everything. I think it was before the Cassie video was released. I broke down why he qualifies for a RICO charge. I broke down every count of RICO and what about his organization qualifies for him to be brought up on a RICO. The lady said, "Oh my God, I've never seen this. I have never seen this." She's like, "Wow, you were right." It's not lost on me. God gives some people eyes to see and ears to hear. And I could see how this was playing out. I could see that people were not acknowledging me. When I wasn't a content creator, they were all, "Oh, come on my channel, come on my channel, come on my channel." When I became a content creator, then it started to damper off, but they would still be like, "Oh, the dopest nerd, oh, the dopest nerd." They would still have me on their channels when it's trial, because even then they were still saying he's not going to go to trial, he's not going to get arrested, he's not going to. When he got arrested and they were like, "Oh, he's going to trial." Oh, it changed out here in these YouTube streets. It changed. And I wasn't sweating it. I was over here building my channel, dealing with the nerd herd, and just doing our thing, sharing good information and all that. But during the trial, while I have to be triggered by watching this every day, something that factors into the man who shot me in my face, for people to come to my channel and tell me how I should feel, what I can say, what the audacity. This man shot me in my face.
right,
I am here against my will. I didn't ask to be in this.
right,
All these people choosing to report it, they made that choice. I'm the only person that made no choice in this. I'm
right,
involuntarily connected to this man for the rest of my existence. How dare a random person who don't have a dog in the fight come tell me how I should feel, what I should say? And then the irony of it is, after I made that video, said, "What's up with the YouTube mafia?" I see all these YouTube people whose names I called on there talking about, "Oh, I can't believe this person," not talking about me, talking about other situations, complaining about people talking about them. I'm like, you talk about people every day. The very same thing that I mentioned, you're now railing against with other people. They
right,
don't see themselves.
right. So I would like to ask this question to the people that says how you supposed to feel. So if you see somebody that done somebody like this, shot you in your face, you see them keep going along, victim after victim after victim, and you know that justice hasn't been served for you. I asked the question to the person that said how she's supposed to feel. How do she supposed to feel? So you supposed to let it go just because he's famous and he's this person?
Oh,
No,
baby,
you're on you.
I've been told that for 25 years. Let it go. Y'all got to answer this man. Put it in the chat. How am I supposed to feel?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. This is Sonny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me put the link in the chat for him as well. And guys, as always, Locked, aka West in Peace, is putting all of the links in the chat for all of the different.
Excuse me, not me, because he ready to come up. He said, "Can you put the link in the chat?"
Yep, I'm dropping it right now.
Okay.
Guys, we have an amazing treat, Mr. Sonny Williams. He is the brother of one of the young women who unfortunately passed away in the City College Stampede caused by Sean Puffy Combs. Okay, let's call it what it is. He was responsible for it. He planned this event. He did improper planning, even again when he was warned to not do it in this manner. But I'm going to let Mr. Williams speak for himself and for his sister, because there's no greater voice for a victim than that victim or their family member. And I respect the voice of a victim. And so I want to make sure, guys, you remember the Proffer podcast? Make sure you guys go up and pull up the Proffer podcast in our playlist. If you haven't seen it, this is the link. We will be joined by Mr. Sonny Williams. No, Michelle, this is for Show TV. This is the man who is a content creator on YouTube. You guys go follow him. He is the gentleman who is even connecting me to Sonny. And I am so eternally grateful for it.
No problem. No problem. Thanks for having me on your platform. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. This is what we do. We all branches of the same tree. We're supposed to help each other out here in the street. We are not each other's enemy. There's enough to go around for everybody. And I want people to remember that and act like they know.
Yeah. Still good people out here.
Absolutely. Joy to the World said, honestly, I don't know how Natanya is supposed to feel, but I feel mad as hell. I appreciate you, sis.
Yeah, I agree. You can't tell nobody how to feel.
Carrie Ann Young said, Warrior Queen Natanya. Thank you, sis. And you'd be surprised. I've been told let it go by a lot of people. People you would never even believe would say something like that to a survivor. And I mean friends, families, folks, enemies, everybody. People want to tell me to let it go while they report it every day. I'm like, the audacity is too real.
Wow.
Oh, shout out to Lisa Bruno. Lisa Bruno said, best platform on YouTube. Tell a friend.
Yeah. Shouts out. Did it go in there?
I sent the link, so please.
I think I see it up there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's gonna be a nice one. I
agree wholeheartedly. And I'm sorry, guys, if you can hear my fan in the background, but I can't turn it off. This hot flash doesn't leave me alone.
It's all right. No problem. So how often do you do shows?
Don't start no trouble up in here now. This nerd herd gonna get me. So here's the deal. I'm gonna be totally honest when I feel like it. I used to do it frequently, and I should be doing it with more regularity. But I'm very triggered by the case.
He said he don't see it.
Let me repost it.
Hello?
I'm gonna repost it right now. What did he say?
He said he's doing something wrong. Did you hit the link?
It's probably going to tell him he has to give permission to his voice and his audio and his video.
You gotta let them. You gotta press permission for the voice and stuff like that.
It's okay. I'm sending the link right now. Guys, this link is for Sonny. Hold on one second. Hey, Lot. Hold on a second. So I just dropped the link.
You see it right there where it said "dopest nerd" in the chat.
Oh, he said there's a little echo.
Click on that.
I mean, that echo is. Hold on, I'm gonna mute your mic for show while you're talking to him. That's what the echo is. Sorry about that, guys. You know what? Every night, I'm gonna try to do it more frequently, guys. Thank you, Regina. She said you are supposed to feel that way. Hold on, let me let locked up here. Regina said you are supposed to feel the way you feel. If the shoe was on their foot, they would feel the same way. Absolutely. Welcome to the stage, Locked. And our brother Sonny is here, guys. We got a beautiful show today. I'm bringing to the stage Mr. Sonny Williams. Please give him your love, respect. Matter of fact, I wish I could find a round of applause on the audio thing. Thank you, brother. Welcome to the stage. I'm so honored to have you here.
All right. Pardon my delay.
Not at all. First and foremost, Nerd Herd, on behalf of myself, Locked Here, Don't Care, aka Western Peace, aka the Dopest Mind, and the entire Nerd Herd, I welcome you to the stage, brother. This is Mr. Sonny Williams. I will allow you to introduce yourself, but this is a long time coming. Where'd you go, Locked? Oh, she dropped herself down. Okay. This is a long time coming, and I cannot tell you how happy I am to meet you. I am honored. I am honored to grace this stage with you and to share this platform with you. And I'm not even a crier. I'm a good old Brooklyn Trinidadian girl, but I'm telling you, tears are coming to my eyes because this is bigger than most people can imagine. There are so many parallels to our story. Let me let you introduce yourself. I'm overcome. This is so not me.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be on your platform, my sister. I'm Sonny Williams. My sister is Sonia Williams. She was good friends with Puff and Misa at the time of her transition at the City College Stampede. And on December 28th, on the front page of the newspaper was the shooting that occurred in a nightclub. December 28th, 1991 was when my sister and 8 others transitioned. So I, like you, my sister, anything involved with Puff, it affected me because obviously we're linked to him through tragedy. So when your incident occurred, and then on the anniversary of my sister's passing, it was on the front page, December 28th. It was devastating, to say the least.
Wow.
So I bonded with you many, many years ago. And
This is a long time coming.
And Karma is live and kicking right now. And many times in our lifetime, when we just leave it in God's hands, we don't always see the karma occur. So in our lifetime, we're actually seeing it. And obviously, I don't wish no bad on no one, because for any of these things, these allegations to be true, then that means there's victims involved. If this is a money grab and people are trying to get money, then that's between them and their Lord. But if these things are true, then there's too many victims for me to celebrate karma in this way. So many years ago, I decided, 1998 to be exact, I decided to delete all of Puff's numbers and just walk away from the situation, because it was making me physically sick on how he was handling the Stampede after the fact. And this is obviously before your case. I knew any details of your case, any details from Shine and what he went through. This is just me dealing with the fact that, Puff, Sonia was your friend. Misa and Sonia were very close friends. She left my mother's house and didn't return. And there's no money, there's no conversation after that that will make that right. So let's get creative, brother. This is my conversation with him many times. Let's get creative and do something in all 9 of their memory. Let's try to make some sense out of this tragedy.
Yes.
And he chose not to, obviously. He chose not to. So now I can't turn on my phone. I can't turn on my TV without hearing about Diddy's downfall. And you know what I mean? I'm getting phone calls to do interviews now, 30-something years later. Now you want to talk about Sonia, Darren, Dirk, Letitia, Jabel, Dawn,
Say names, brother. That's right.
Lenny, Yule. I hope I didn't forget anyone. But now you want to talk about them 30 years later? No, y'all, the media don't want to talk about them.
No.
They want to talk about Puff and get the sensationalized story.
Indeed.
Y'all don't. They don't give a damn about the 9, the CCNY 9. They don't care about you, sister. But the sensationalize the story. Let because they know we hurting. So now they want to manipulate our pain for an agenda for him. Nah. This me talking about the CCNY 9 tragedy, me talking about your situation, sister, has nothing to do with money. I've never been paid to talk about this. So this is real. So you manipulating our pain for an agenda. Listen, what's sad is that Puff is dealing with, let's say he's absolutely innocent and he did none of the above. Let's just hypothetically say that. Who on the planet would want to be sitting in that seat, innocent or guilty? So karma, when I mention karma, man, karma's real. And let me tell you real quick, and then I'm gonna give the floor to everybody on this podcast.
Take as much time as you need.
When I deal with karma, I was 22 years old when Sonia transitioned. Sonia was 20 years old. So I asked the God of my understanding, what did I do in my 22 years to deserve this type of pain? What karma did I, at 22 years old, put in the universe to receive this type of pain? So from December 28th, 1991 to present, I've been doing everything in my power to correct my karma. Everything. So that I don't feel that type of pain again. So Puff tried to lock in with me. He was coming to my house every day, bringing the news articles, because early on they were attacking hip hop, using this tragedy to attack hip hop. So he would come by the house every day and bring the news articles, and I would go on CNN or McGee Hickey from Channel 2 or whatever channel she was. I'm doing all these interviews, and I would speak to them for 45 minutes. I say one thing about Puffer Hev, and they use that. They use that. And I defended hip hop. because all 9 of them young brothers and sisters was going to support an AIDS foundation and the hip hop artists and the R&B artists that were coming to play basketball in that event. And that's my peers. Have Puff, LL Cool J, Mike Tyson. We from the hood, so those are our peers. I'm their age, so hip hop. This got nothing to do with hip hop. So I went on a rampage, man, and eventually they stopped interviewing me because they wasn't getting the agenda that they wanted, and I wasn't slamming Hev and Puff at the time because there was investigations going, and Puff was trying to, I guess, do right, by staying connected to me. And I immediately, my mom and myself and my family immediately went to doing something in their memory. We did a benefit in '93, a dinner in memory of Sonia. We always mentioned the other 8, and me and my mom went on the Lou Rawls telethon and donated money that went to nursing students in Sonia's memory. So Puff knew that I was doing these things in '93. And I believe he might have did a radio promo for me. He asked me if I needed a flyer made or something like that. So he was doing minimal things at that time, but he knew my agenda from early. And right before he got right when he got the money to do Bad Boy from Clyde Davis, he called me and offered me a job. He said, "Sonny, I just got my money from Clyde Davis to do my label. I wanna hire you." I said, "Hire me to do what?" He said, "Well, how are your speaking skills?" I said, "Well, I guess I can speak to the brother on the corner or the president of the United States." He said, "All right, well, I want to offer you $100,000 a year to work with me and my label." And immediately when he offered me that money and that job, I thought of my mother, because my mother is now in the process of litigation. Everyone had to be served. 9 families had to serve Sean Combs and Heavy D and the police department, Pinkerton Security. I think one security company went out of business, went bankrupt. So all of that was going on at this time that he offered me the job. So I didn't call my mother with that because I knew how she felt. So I called the family attorney, which was my mother's attorney. That was her child. So she had the wrongful death case on behalf of her child. I'm 22 years old. I had nothing to do with that. But I knew if anything could jeopardize that case, I had the wherewithal to call the attorney. So I called the attorney. He told me, "Sonny, that's a conflict of interest." And the attorney that we had, Misa Hilton Brim, her mom was dating this brother, and he worked for a large firm, a very large firm. But obviously, this case would have been a huge case and did wonders for his career. So he came to the house to give his condolences with Misa's mother. And this is the day after the tragedy. So this is December 29th, '91. And we were getting flowers already from many law firms, getting phone calls from many law firms. Jesse Jackson called the house. The mayor, I think it was Mayor Dinkins, he called the house. Heavy called the house the night before, like 2 a.m, to give his direct condolences to my mom. Puffy came to the house 1 o'clock that morning. But that next morning, when all these flowers are coming, my mother, someone said, "Deb, you got to get an attorney." And Misa's mother, standing next to her boyfriend at the time, she said, "Well, he's an attorney." Now, he came because he used to cook breakfast for Sonia and Misa. So he wasn't coming as an attorney. He was coming as a brother that cared about Sonia. So that's how that brother became the attorney. So I called him and he said, "Brother," he said, "that's a conflict of interest. You can't take that job. you'd be able to pay Puff that and then some. So I never called Puff back. I never said, yo, bro, that's a conflict of interest. I never questioned if that was a move that he was utilizing to help him with his case. It was still a little too early. So I never really questioned that, but something in my soul made me pause. And I'm married, young, with two young daughters, a wife, and 6 figures in 92, 93. I needed that. You know what I mean?
I know.
There's people today that's not making 6 figures. But I never called Puff. So from 92, from when he offered me that job, I never called him, but I kept in contact with him because he knew that I was trying to do something in their memory. At some point now, he's establishing Bad Boy. I get a phone call. Now, this is stuff I had never spoke about, sis. So I definitely want to give this to you. At the time, Puff was setting up Bad Boy now. Mind you, I didn't take the job. But I'm hearing from my mother that there were 5 families were having issues serving him for the wrongful death case. So because me and him was communicating, that bothered me. And I said, really? They said they can't get him. So I didn't know if he was eluding those attorneys trying to serve him. So I said, I'll bring him myself. So 5 families gave me their paperwork to sue Sean Combs. So I told the attorneys, I said, give me those 5, give me his address, and I'm gonna serve him myself. And this is in the midst of me communicating with him. So I remember it was Christmas time. They gave me the 5 documents, and I remember just glancing through the documents. It was like 50 million each that each family was asking. So I borrowed my cousin's car. He had a black little two-door BMW, and I had on a black goose coat that I got from Teddy Riley. And on the back of the jacket, it was New Jack Swing Music or Future Records on the back of that jacket. And I remember throwing that on, borrowing my cousin's black BMW, and they gave me an address to Scarsdale. And if you've been listening to Puff and stuff going on, when he bought that house in Scarsdale, Bad Boy started in that basement. When I get to the house, I ring the doorbell. My cousin's cousin opened the door, and she said, "Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Come on in." I did not expect that. I would have not connected her to Puff at all. She lets me in. There's a Christmas tree there. She's wrapping gifts on the floor, and I'm sitting on the couch and we having small talk. After 10, 15 minutes, she said, "Do Puff know you here?" I said, "Absolutely not." She said, "Oh, well, let me go tell him." She goes in the basement. She tells Puff that I'm there. When she comes back up, she says, "Puff said, come downstairs." I go down to the basement, and there's a dimly lit room next to the room he's in with a pool table in it. And there's a brother in the shadow playing pool. So I immediately connected that to, all right, that probably security or whatever that is. But mind you, Bad Boy wasn't formulated. I go in the other room, Puff's in the room, on the phone. It sounded like he was on the phone with his mother.
Yeah, hold on. Somebody's saying there's a bad echo. You have another. Whose mic is making an echo? You said there's an echo. Do you have like a TV on in the background or something? If you
No.
Okay, try it again.
Can you hear me better now?
I hear you just fine.
Okay. So when I go in the room with Puff, Puff's on the phone, and it sounds like he's on the phone with his mom. So I got the 5 papers for the 5 families in my goose jacket, inside the goose jacket. So as he's on the phone and I see the brother outside the room in the shadow, I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to reach in this jacket when I came here unannounced to pull these 5 lawsuits out? So I'm sizing it up. But as he's talking, I'm looking around the room and I see the cartoon of the Bad Boy logo. I think I seen a picture of Mary. I'm seeing all the workings of Bad Boy being formulated. So finally, Puff is sitting on the phone facing this way. I'm sitting to his left, facing him. And I'm facing him because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get in this jacket and pull these documents out and hand it to him. So finally, he gets off the phone and he turns towards me to find out now why I'm there. Now, I'm literally in there 20 minutes. He's on the phone. And he's letting me know that he's on the phone. And it sounds like he's on the phone with his mother. And he got the brother out there. And my cousin's cousin is upstairs. That's all I know who's in the house. I reach out. So I wait and I zip. I zip the jacket first. But I zip it real fast. When I zip the jacket, Puff jumps. But he's facing me. So when he jumps, I go in and I pull the paperwork and I hand it to him. I did it quick because I saw that he, everything.
Yeah.
He thanked me. He said, "Thank you, man. Thank you for bringing these," as he's looking at him. And that's really all I remember. I don't remember what I said pretty much after that. I think I said, brother, that wasn't personal. But they told me, the families told me that they was having issues serving you. So me and you in communication, I knew you wasn't running from this. You know what I'm saying? I said, so I told him I'll bring it myself. That's in 92, 93. And after that, I kept doing things in memory of my sister. And at the time it was called 9 Lives Inc. And I really didn't know how to do it. At some point now, Bad Boy's rocking. I want to say this is 94, give or take. Bad Boy's rocking. He got the Bad Boy Studios downtown. And he's entertaining, helping me all of this time. This is from 91.
You think it was a sincere attempt to help you?
Okay. Did I lose y'all?
No, you here. We have you.
We hear you.
We can hear you and see you. Can you hear us? Sonny? We can hear you.
Oh.
Can you hear us, Sonny? He's going to jump on. I'm not sure. Text him. Tell him we can hear him clearly. So jump back on while you're doing that. Let me just thank the super chat.
Okay.
Shout out to Lovely Cherokee for the super chat. Thank you so much. She said, "The dopest nerd, blessings, peace, love. Appreciate your content." Thank you so much. We can hear you loud and clear, Sonny. Can you hear us? Sonny, are you able to hear us? We can see you, Sonny. Are you in communication with him for sure? Text him, we can hear him and we can see him. Come on back on. He has the floor. It's the hackation, Michelle. Michelle said that's the hackation. You know what it is, boo. You know exactly what it is. This conversation is amazing to me. And I just want to say that I don't for one second believe that Puffy anything that he was doing was from a sincere place. I think he was just honing his acting skills. And it was always to have a hand in to know what was taking place. And it's unbelievable that he would violate the family in that way. Wow. Yeah, I feel, you know what I'm saying for sure? It doesn't feel like it was predicated on anything pure. It feels like it was to have one hand in to be able to know.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I said. And I told him, and when we was doing the interview, when he was talking about it, I said, if he would have did something like that, it would have looked good on him.
Of course.
But, I mean, just look at the eyes of it. The man don't have one character witness.
Mm-hmm. Listen, and they said it was hundreds on the witness list, but not one that actualized. It's not lost on me that first and foremost, I think from the get-go, he was intending to keep contact to make it look good. He understood. He had his behind-the-scenes conversations to know that he was getting ready to get Bad Boy. He wanted to continue that trajectory. And that's all that was. I don't think there was a 1 ounce of sincerity. Not the man that I know and I've watched over these years. You texting him? What is he saying?
I just went to respond. He probably gonna come back up. You probably had to drop the link again.
All right. Let me give him a fresh link. Thank you for saying that. Because we wait now. I'm hanging on his every word. And Locke said somebody keeps kicking her out too.
Uh-oh.
I'm dropping a fresh link. Tell him to take this link. Somebody says it keeps glitching. Tell him I dropped a new link for him.
Nah, I just told him.
Wow, wow. Every time, I could hear in his story that because they had an established friendship, because he is coming from a pure place, he believed that Puffy was also coming from a pure place, and nothing could be further from the truth. He was literally, just the tentacles of the attorney being Misa's mother's boyfriend. And I'm glad that he advised him not to do it, because the offer for the job was not sincere at all. It was an attempt to control, to keep one hand in connected. It's like when you go to the fish market or the fruit stand and the people put their finger on the scale while you're weighing, while they're weighing your stuff. So you think you have an actual weight, but it's their finger on the scale with your fish. If your finger wasn't on the scale, your fish would probably be like 3 pounds, but they added another pound with their finger. So now you're paying more needlessly. Like it's I tell you.
Yeah.
And look, it's just buffering. Ooh, they mad. Listen, we have something over here called the hackation. So Puffy's last child, the baby mother for that last child, is a cybersecurity expert. She does all measure of hacking over here. Baby, we know what this is. This is the hackation. Because you notice we haven't had a problem with your feed, but we had a problem with Sonny's feed, and then Locke said she keeps getting kicked off. But we know what it is. It's the hackation.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna post it again. We fighting for you, brother. Tell him no matter what, we want him back on. Everybody's waiting for him. People are sitting on the edge of their seats. I'm dropping the link again. If that one didn't work, tell him try again. Guys, let's keep everything clear. So just for Sonny to come up. I see somebody else popping on the. Is this Sonny? Who's that for Nerese Cox? And it says your devices are not connected. Okay, let's see. He came up on another thing. Let me see if that one will add him. Let me try to remove this one. They're going hard in the paint, boy. You see what this listen. But here's what it is. People, when I say the hackation, a lot of people took it for a joke, but it's literally not a joke. I am being hacked in full real time. Everybody in the thing is like, we definitely want him back on. The Nosebleeds has a spy in the midst. I believe so too. Thank you, Mocha B. There is a spy in the midst, and they are watching us, and they go run tell that. So we're gonna have to start purging. They don't want us to hear what he has to say. Joy to the world said that. Mocha B said the Nosebleeds. Joy to the world said, hell no, they don't want us to hear what he has to say. Listen, Do you know that the demonic realm is quaking in their boots for the two of us to get together? They're quaking in their boots. Margie said they're trying to sell it. You're 100% Margie, because guess what? I know they're trying to, because when I went online to try to find images of him, I had the hardest time finding an image of him. And I know what that is. It's what they've done to me for years. The hacking won't work here. Let me drop the curtain on it behind. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities of darkness, against the rulers of darkness and iniquity in this realm, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Father God said, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, thus saith the Lord. We rebuke the spirit of hackation, and we rebuke the spirit of hackation. Guys, no one else click on the link. The link is just for Sonny. Please give him a chance to come up on the link. Ask him if he has another email or something that he can use, or another profile, because they definitely trying to interrupt. Let's keep it just to the three of us on the link, so that nothing clouds the link. In whatever technical terms. I don't know what the technical terms are, but it says now I'm echoing.
I think they hear that fan. That's probably why I think it's the echo.
Let's see. All right. I'm adding him back to the stage. Hopefully as soon as I see the buffering, I know something's wrong. Father God, we ask you to remove the hackation, Lord God. I ask you, think it not robbery, to let our brother Sonny come back up here and continue to say what he has to say. We declare and decree any assignment of the wicked, the enemy, demonic binds, holes, iniquity work, spells, any demonic activity, any witchcraft, anything, Father God, we declare in the name of Yeshua, your matchless Son, the blood of Yeshua over it. We declare that it is broken, it has no dominion. Let our brother Sonny come back up.
Uh-oh.
The buffering again. If two or more come together and ask the Lord for anything, only say the word and it shall be granted to us.
And I'm going to come on through.
All right. Let me send him. Hold on. The echo is gone. All right. Let me get a link for you. All right, we're gonna get him back up here. Tell him, Locked is sending you something right now.
What'd you say?
Locked is gonna send you a link. They said it's an echo again. You have another phone or something open? What's making that sound?
Mm-mm.
I never have an echo. What is this? They full. Okay, let's see. Locked, I just sent it to you. Send it to them, please. Y'all, I'm hanging on the edge of my seat, just like y'all. I want to hear every word he has to say. Thank you, Cooks. I appreciate it. I rebuke the spirit of any sabotage in this, all of this echoing and all of this stuff. I rebuke the spirit of any sabotage on this channel and in what we are trying to do. I rebuke it. Back to the depths of hell. Your leader, the Sean Puffy, is going to jail for the rest of his life. We rebuke any, we curse and bind any spirit of demonic warfare against this channel and curse it to the depths of hell from whence it came, never to return again. Locked, did you send it to now?
Yeah.
Okay, send that down on the phone. Ooh, child, they working against us. And I do hear that echo now. It's just freaking echo.
Okay, I just sent it to him.
All right. They fighting hard against this man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that means that we have a spy in the midst, which I'm not shocked about. I'm not
Right.
shocked at all. But this is when you know you're doing something right. Because, baby, the devil does not rob an empty store.
No, you're doing something right when they doing all this right here.
Hmm?
But yeah, they was doing that during our interview too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because me and Sonny, our interview was like 3.5 hours. So yeah, they was doing it. They was doing it like that too.
Keisha says, at Margie, indeed, no weapon formed against us shall prosper in the precious name of Jesus. And here's the thing. I hope that he has since where we are gathering his name, he is there also. Absolutely. Let me take this down 1 second. Hopefully our brother's able to make. Let's see. To the stage. Joy to the world. Maybe the entire live should be restarted. Should we? Y'all all gonna jump right back on? Because if we got to do it, I'll change the time and restart it. What does it say? 8:40. Maybe that's what we do. Text him for sure. Text him and tell him I'm gonna hang up and start the live right back over. And to come and jump on immediately. Because we are awaiting him. Tell him the floor is still here. We will wait no matter how long it takes.
Okay. I'll call him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she said she's going to start a whole new live and try to see if that'd be better.
Tell
you can see me, but I can't see you, right?
No, we can't see you at all. If we can, before it starts cutting off, we can hear and see you fine. Now it's just buffering. Now we can't see anything when you try to come up.
Yeah,
So,
that's what it's doing on my.
So we'll, she gonna start another one. In the process, what I would recommend you do is reset your phone.
Like turn the phone off, cut it back on.
Yeah, and then you should be able to come in.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, everybody watching, I am shutting this live down and restarting it immediately. Jump right back on. We are going to proceed right where we were, where we left off. All right.
Okay.
I'm doing it now, guys. Jump back on, everybody.
All right.